From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Mexico City Conquistadors. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 120! You can't block me. You can't block me.
Wentz now on first down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Switch. 40. Two jet.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. First down, here's the run with Cook. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwan. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
74.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. A give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch the twitch. Solid.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He'll buy some time right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
To Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Michael Badgley lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Michael Badgley sets to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across. It's the 35.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Mexico City first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check 43.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
43-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. 56 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home.
It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On second down, Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 99. Check 99.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cook. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Let's get it.
At the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Kill. Check three.
And they give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10.
It's third and 10.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's third and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
On first down, Wentz. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Steelers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third down and 12. Wentz now to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Wentz now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
Hey, Echo.
Throwing on second and 3. Wentz. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 14-yard line. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
At the 13-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
36, 36. Check. Check 3. Hey, switch gears.
Off the draw. Here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It'll be a gain of 4 here, and it will take us to the end of the first half of play. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
He's coming. Double up. Double up.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it here with Perine. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Set. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Here we go. Joker.
A first down carry here for Johnson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's corraled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Here I come and go. Hey, watch it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Check. 22, check. Over. 22, check. Down. High 7.
4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. And Adams has it, complete. Touchdown! Devontae Adams, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath.
It's a foot race. The 30, the 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Dalvin Cook, touchdown number 18 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half. tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
He's coming. We got double up. Check 3.
Now a handoff looking right. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Set, ready. Keep the Pittsburgh. Okay, just like that. Just on. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. 65.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He's going to wind up and air it out. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Mike. Go. Tight dog. Can't wait.
On 1st down, Cook. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let him know.
Now Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon as they have taken the lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
57. Mike, 57. Right. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Off the play fake. Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Short. 57's the Mike.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. He's got Adams on the hookup. A well-executed 22-yard gain. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
The mic. Watch 57. Double dog. That's the way.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
That's right, baby. They don't run it.
Here's Bridgewater. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
What's the run? They're running it. Shoot!
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Bridgewater to throw it. And it's complete. Hooper. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a carry for P-Ryan. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check out.
Now a run with Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
At the 42-yard line.
Go. 180.
Here we go.
This one,
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Wentz. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Tighten up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And his kick here is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 1st down, Cook. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. On the ground, it's Cook. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wentz now on 1st down. And this is Cook with the ground. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Wentz. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Bravo!
Wentz to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo! Hey, Haywood!
Slam, slam.
What's up?
To throw is Wentz. Now in desperation. He's got it at the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Mexico City, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3.